Hello everybody, welcome to Gold Cup Drone Events DIY build. These are some beginner kits that anybody can do, ranges from 14 and up from the box description. This is a simple plug and play snap together build kit. What we're going to do today is show you how to put the different components together. As you can see here, we start with our instruction sheet. We have our beginner parts, the housing unit, the computer board, USB, screwdriver, motors, rotors. We have our battery. We have the housing unit cap cover. We have some propellers. We have our video game style controller, easy for the beginner learner. This is a wonderful kit for beginners out there to get started. These are kits that should be in all sorts of science programs, not necessarily relegated to any specific level of expertise. Let's get started. Okay, so the first start in this drone build kit is we're going to take the flight controller piece that you see here. Bunch of circuits, got all the antenna, got the wires, got the pieces that we'll plug the different rotors into. And we're going to install that into the main body. What you need to do is you need to take the area, flip over your frame that has the lightning mark on it, and we're going to plug that into that area, and then we're going to get started. You want to line up the holes correctly. There's 4 different holes that are in the computer board. Once you get it going, it's fairly simple. You want to be a little bit delicate with it. You don't want it necessarily to snap, but it does just slide right in once you find the right alignment. We're going to pick it up. Going to snap it into place. You can see it fits right in. The next step will be to install the top cover. This is the top cover. We're going to find how it aligns, and then we're going to plug that in as well. There you go, like so. Plugs right in. You can see that the end piece matches up with this other side. You want to snap them together. Make sure that it's in there. You hear that click. Make sure the middle part is open so that the components can be plugged into it. And now you have the top cover installed. Next up, we're going to take a motor. We're going to pull the wire through the axis. That way nothing gets crammed up. The axis point right there. One thing we want to make sure when we're building this is that we're aligning the colors of the wires to the right area. You can see these motors all have red on the end. You want to align them with their red component, white to white, white to white, red to red. This is important for the spin so that when we install the propellers, you'll be able to do it correctly. The next step is installing the guard. You can see that there's 4 motors here. We've already assembled one of the guards. You can take these guards off eventually, but they will help with initial flight. It's very simple. Has a bottom piece that will pinch down through the same access holes that we installed the wires through. As you go through, you will slightly pinch it. They will snap together on the bottom, holding it in place. and do that for each of the 4 areas. Next thing we'll be doing is connecting the motor wire to the PCB. Each one of these wires connects to its corresponding color. You have a little holder piece here that will allow you to place the wire gently underneath that just to keep it in place. Once you have that underneath there, you go ahead and install each of them into their corresponding color connectors. For those of you with smaller hands, this will be easier. For those of you with larger hands, it takes just a second. As you can see, and then repeat for all 4. Next, we will be installing the blades. Each of the blades are marked with A and B, as you see here. Make sure that you align the A with the letter A on the frame, and B with the letter B on the frame. This will give them the proper spin. You do have some extra blades here as well that'll help with you. So we take the letter A and we place that onto A. Now we take B, place it onto B. You may want to put your finger underneath it while you're pushing them down, give it a little bit of support. And there you have all the blades installed. Make sure when you're doing this that you go back and check that all the wires are being held underneath their area. As you plug in the components, they may come loose. That's fine. We just want to make sure that they're nice and snug. You can see that one's very snug underneath there. Take a tool, something like this, or the screwdriver tool that you have in your kit, and just gently place those wires underneath, like so. This particular unit that we're going to be installing today does not come with a camera installed in it. If you were to have a camera installed in this, the camera would be inside of this piece right here. The wire would be coming out. You would connect the white wire to the middle base there. The prongs on each of these snap directly into that. For the purpose of demonstration, we'll show you how that would go. You take the thinner area separation and you match that up. The thicker area, everything is snapped together like we've done, and you would put it on like so, mounting it just like that. The last step today will be the battery install. Take the battery, you can see it has a little extra flap here. We're taking a small piece of tape, taping that down. Then you will slide the battery into this area here, plugging the component piece in, line up the longer edge of it with the longer top edge, and that's how it will fit. lights will begin to activate, and there you have a assembled build. From there we can get our batteries in the controller, begin to go over the instruction manual and what it takes to operate this. You'll notice there are a couple pages that will tell you about different types of orientation, how to install the battery, how to fully charge it using the USB. And from there you can begin to get flying. Thank you guys. And there you have your assembled drone. The blue and red lights help you indicate direction so that when you're flying and you see the blue lights facing towards you, you will know that it was facing forward, and the red lights so that it's facing backwards. That helps you when it's in the air to be able to determine when you're not flying FPV. Thanks for following Gold Cup drone events. We hope to see you in an area near you, flying with us in our leagues, off-site and on-school leagues. We look forward to having you guys. Have a wonderful day. Follow more of our videos.